thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you taking the time to read this and to listen to this. So I just want to take a couple quick minutes this week to talk to you about what we've got going on. We're in the midst of AP testing, and pretty soon some more MCAS testing is going to come up, and before you know it, the end of the year is here. So a message to students and a message to parents to help support them. It's really important to work hard all the way through the year and to finish strong, as they like to say in the athletic realm. But how you do that is stop where you are right now. Take a look at what you're in the midst of. Take a look at where you want to be at the end of the year. Reevaluate those goals that you were going to set. Hopefully you set them, and then see where you're at in achieving them. Remember, success takes sacrifice. If you want to achieve something, it takes sacrifice. And one of the hardest parts about that is you've got to be honest with yourself about how well you're doing and where you are. See, education in the end is not about your grades. It's not about knowing how to do quadratic equations or why the American Revolution was started. Education in the end is about becoming the best possible version of yourself you can become. It's about keeping as many doors open as you move forward through life as possible. And you only do that with a really good base of knowledge, and then you can specialize later on. But as you go through life, doors naturally close. It happens to all of us. But with a good education where you learned about who you are and what you could be doing, sorry about that, I should have my phone on mute while I'm doing these things. Only by doing that, having a good base, knowing who you are, what you're about, and what you're capable of, can you keep as many doors open as possible so your options throughout life become unlimited. You know, above this video message I wrote in the newsletter about letting people work through their mistakes and figure out how to get better on their own. Now, I don't mean just leave people out to dry. What I mean is that if we get into the habit of doing everything for people and not letting them struggle to get better or struggle to learn, then what in essence we do is end up crippling them from being able to do that on their own in the future and become stronger people for it. When I'm thinking about this, I'm reminded of a quote from one of my favorite movies, Glory, about the Massachusetts 54th Regiment, where they're training the troops to go into battle, and one of them's having a hard time, and he's a friend of the commanding officer. The drill instructor, when giving advice, says he's your friend, isn't he? And the commanding officer says, yes, we grew up together. And the drill instructor looks at him and he says, let him grow up some more. That way he could be safe, be ready for whatever comes to him. So the point is not about going to war, not about leaving people hanging out to dry. It's about productive struggle. And that's the way we all learn best. When we find what's going on, we try and figure it out, we make a mistake, and then we fail, and then we reflect on how we failed and honestly fix it, is when we get better. So remember, it's not easy. If it was, everybody would be successful at it. So as you move forward, set those goals. Remember, make some sacrifices, get your priorities straight, and you want to be purposeful, act with integrity, and always build your character. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend.